Digilord Synergy? You work for that company with the low sales? Please don't tell anyone I'm your ex, okay?
You haven't changed a bit, have you?
Exactly! He really is amazing. That's my Koki.
I've survived a lot of tough situations in game development, but I've never been in a worse one than this.
Huh? No way. Is that you, Koki?
Rio? My name is Koki Asakura. I'm a 30-year-old who loves mobile games and works for the Digilloid Group, a major company in the mobile app game industry. And right now, I've just run into my ex-girlfriend, Rio Kohinata, who is 2 years younger than me and someone I never wanted to see again. What are you doing here?
I left my old job. And now I'm working at Digilloid Hiari. I can't believe we're meeting again here.
Digilloid Hiari is a mid-tier game development company within the Digilloid Group. This is the Digilloid Group's office building. Several affiliated companies like Digilloid Arts, Digilloid Hiari, and Digilloid Synergy are all housed in this building.
What about you, Koki?
As she said that, Rio's gaze fell on my hands.
Ugh. Digilloid Synergy? You work for that company with the low sales? Please don't tell anyone I'm your ex, okay?
Her expression completely changed from a moment ago. Now openly mocking me, I was fed up with her showing her true colors, as always. As she says, this company has developed a few mobile games, but all of them have been flops. Sales are sluggish. You haven't changed a bit, have you?
Well, I'd hate for my reputation to suffer if people found out I dated a low-level guy working for a small-time company.
I bet she's pulling the same stunts in this company as she did back then. Don't worry, I'll never say a word.
Oh man, I'm so glad I broke up with you back then. It's shocking how little potential you have. You're probably still wasting money on in-game purchases, calling it market research, right? I mean, it's your money to spend, but I think spending it on in-game items is the biggest waste of all. No matter how much money you pour into it, once the service ends, you're left with nothing. Wouldn't it be better to just have a delicious meal? You get nutrition, you're more satisfied, it's a much better choice.
Rio has no appreciation for the fun of games, even though she works for a game company. Being able to do it as a job and actually liking games are two different things. In fact, you can't survive in this industry just by liking games. I remained silent as she rattled on, mocking how I spend my money. There were a lot of things I wanted to say, but more than anything, I just wanted to shorten our conversation by even a single word.
Well, do your best.
You too. Rio and I met at the venture company we joined right after graduation. Back then, I was just an assistant planner.
Your project proposals are so easy to read, Koki. You must be really smart.
Thanks. I just get so absorbed in thinking about how to make a game more interesting. Anyone would feel good hearing something like that. Since we were a small team, the workload on each person was enormous. And in the midst of all that, she always had a smile on her face, was friendly, and praised everyone. Back then, I thought she was so radiant. However, what I had seen was only Rio's public face. Hey, where's Rio?
She just left. Dumped her work on me.
What? In the middle of this crunch time? Then she, Amamiya, started explaining how the work got pushed onto her.
I'm sorry. I'm so slow at my work. And then when I thought I was going to get yelled at, my stomach suddenly started to hurt.
Rio cried pitifully, like an abandoned puppy. Our manager noticed her and rushed over.
Hey, Amamiya, if she's not feeling well, it can't be helped. You can handle this for today.
whenever you want. Have a nice evening.
It seemed Rio was skilled at getting men on her side while cunningly pushing her tedious work onto her female colleagues. I confronted Rio about dumping her work on others.
I didn't do that. She's just jealous of me and made it all up. How could you doubt your own girlfriend like this? You're so cruel!
Are you still gonna lie at this point? I've asked other people too. You're not the only one she's pushed work onto. You can't talk your way out of this anymore.
Huh. Why are you getting so worked up? Don't you think about bending the rules a little for your precious girlfriend? I had my eye on you because I thought you'd eventually get promoted to planner and make a good salary. But honestly, dating you has been a disappointment. You're always playing games and you're a heavy spender. I bet you have almost no savings, right? I can't date a reckless, zero savings, heavy spender like you. Let's break up.
Fine by me. Now that I know your true colors, I can't continue this relationship either. After that, Rio and I only interacted when absolutely necessary for work, and we finished the game we were developing. Then, to advance my career, I changed jobs to my current company. I thought I had cut ties with her for good, but I never expected to see her again. I'm back. Can I fill you in on what was decided in the meeting?
Yes, please.
Back at Digitaloid Synergy, I went to Risa Yura's desk. She's a talented 25-year-old illustrator. She's in charge of the illustrations for the main characters in the game we're currently making. First, about this character, Christina. She's a prim and proper lady, so I'd like to make her skirt longer to show less skin. Maybe we don't even need to see her shoes.
Oh, actually, I was thinking the same thing. That it would make her seem more like a proper lady. You always give feedback that really captures the character's traits and what the users like, Koki. It gives me so many ideas.
She smiled brightly as she said this, but apparently, before I came here, she had been treated very poorly by the previous planner. For female characters, you just have to make them show more skin and they'll be popular. You're just an illustrator who can't take responsibility for the project. Just do as I say.
But this character is supposed to be modest. Users won't accept it if we just make her show skin for no reason.
Shut up. Don't tell me you're getting weirdly attached just because you're both women. Risa was exhausted, cornered by the tyrannical planner. But even so, holding back her tears, she fought to make the game better, and I heard she even voiced her opinions properly at times. By the way, that former planner was reported for power harassment. Now he's been transferred to another company and is being watched by his superiors. I'm glad. I want my favorite girl to be able to show her full potential.
Huh? Oh, by favorite, you mean Christina, right? Could it be that you like the proper lady type too, Koki?
Well, less proper lady and more... I like girls who seem quiet but have a strong inner will. Yeah, I really like her.
When you say you like her so much right next to me, it's a little embarrassing.
Sorry, but she's so cute.
Thank you. It's embarrassing, but I'm really happy when my illustrations are praised. All of these characters are like my own children. Alright then. I'll make sure this girl is super cute so she'll be a hit. So you better make the story direction amazing, okay?
With her art as the cornerstone, we would create the best game possible. We polished the story and the systems, and the team moved as one. Since our offices were in the same building, I'd sometimes see Rio in the cafeteria, on the meeting room floor, or even at the convenience store. But...
What? You're buying this new product, Mobukawa? Wow, you're always on top of the trends. I wonder if it's good. I want to try the same one as you. Oh, but there's some makeup I want to buy, so I can't waste money here.
Whenever I saw her, we never even made eye contact, let alone spoke. Thankfully, I hadn't had to interact with her since that time in the elevator. And so, a year after I started working on development to Digitaloid Synergy, we found ourselves in a pre-release death march. It's almost midnight. Another day I can't see you, Otoka. Get a grip, Tomoda. Once we're done, you can flirt with Otoka all you want. This is Tomoda, an employee at Digitaloid Synergy. He's a programmer my age, and one of my good friends. By the way, the Otoka he's talking about is a game character. Tomoda is a troubled man who can only fall in love with JPEGs.
The revised awakened illustration for Christina is ready. Over to you, Tomoda.
Huh? Whoa! What is this magnificent Christina? I'll implement her right away. Just you wait.
What happened to Otoka?
They're all my wives, so it's fine. And so, the grueling days of staying at the office until the last train continued. Until finally...
You're amazing, Koki. Just as expected from a rising star at Digitaloid Arts. Getting ranked is a huge achievement.
The game we created was a massive hit, making it onto new release rankings. We had somehow survived the busiest initial phase. And we're having a small celebration in a corner of a free space within the office building when it happened.
Exactly! He really is amazing. That's my Koki.
Apparently, she had overheard us. The moment Rio found out about my real department, her eyes changed, and she called out to me. That's right. Just as Risa said, I'm originally from Digitaloid Arts. And as you can see from the change in her eyes, that company is the one driving the sales for the entire Digitaloid group. I was just on loan to Digitaloid Synergy.
Actually, I'm his ex-girlfriend. He's always been so brilliant. He's a truly amazing person.
I was here on assignment to help rebuild Digitaloid Synergy. All the games I had worked on were hits, and sales were strong, so I got a call from the group headquarters. I kept it quiet because I knew this would happen. She's even acting like she knew my affiliation from the start. It makes me sick. How could you say something so shameless? Wasn't it you who said, I can't date a reckless, zero-savings heavy spender who only plays games?
Back then, Koki, you suddenly got angry at me, your girlfriend.
How could you play the victim like that? I was only angry because I asked you about unfairly pushing your work onto female colleagues. Besides, you were the one who broke up with me. Do you really think you have any right to come crawling back? On our dates, she would cunningly plead for me to buy her things or take her out to eat. I should have realized sooner that she only confessed to me for my money. Also, my in-game purchases are an expression of gratitude for the valuable experiences the game has given me. I never thought when we started dating that you, of all people, working at a game company, wouldn't understand that.
Well, why would you pour money into something intangible? Are you stupid? When the service ends, it's all gone. Instead of that, don't you think about spending it on dating a cute girl?
Even if I pour money into it, I have a set limit. Besides, I'd much rather get a power-up in a game and dominate. It feels way better. It's money that I earned with my own power. I'll be the one to decide what I find valuable and what I spend it on. So, you're saying you cozied up to Koki because you found out he works for a major company and thought he'd get a big bonus from this hit? Suddenly, Tomoda, who had been listening to our whole conversation, chimed in. Scary, scary. This is why women are best in JPEG form. Still, too bad for you. Breaking up with Koki for a stupid reason like him being a heavy spender? It's because he spent that money and played the games that he understands what makes them fun, and has been involved in so many hits. Did you know? Koki has gotten incentives many times and is raking it in. On top of that, he lives in a high-rise apartment near the office. If you'd just tried to understand his values and honestly reflected on your own actions, you might have been living in the same place by now.
What? A high-rise?
Rio craves a lavish lifestyle. For her, living in a high-rise, a symbol of the wealthy, must be a dream come true. I can't believe Tomoda, who usually doesn't care much about other people, would say all this for me. I'm so happy. I feel like I could do a double backflip with a tuck right now.
Not only do you see Koki as just a meal ticket, but I also can't ignore the fact that you were looking down on Digiloid Synergy. And then the moment you found out he produced a hit and it belongs to Digiloid Arts, you completely changed your tune. As a woman, I'm disgusted by you. Oh, shut up! Stop with your holier-than-thou act. Why are you getting so worked up over a stupid job anyway?
They find great value in the fun games, which is why they pour their heart and soul into creating them. For them, Rio's way of thinking, belittling heavy spending, must have been unforgivable. Rio, I choose what I spend my money on. I don't hesitate to spend on people who work hard, or on things I truly believe have value. For example, the game characters that Risa draws. By the way, I plan to max out all of them.
Huh? Oh, thank you.
But I'm not willing to spend my money or time on someone who just relies on others and does nothing for themselves. Even if it's just something tangible that I can keep forever.
So, you're saying I'm worth less than intangible data?
Just as I was about to say, you catch on quick. Hey, Rio.
Huh?
The man who had been Rio's target for the past year entered the room. Rio's face turned pale at his appearance.
Things worth spending money on. That's a very interesting topic.
It seems he saw Rio cozying up to me and had been secretly listening to find out why.
Oh, this is...
This whole story sounds very familiar. Over the past year, I've given you many gifts. It was because I liked you. However, you never once gave me anything in return. In fact, all you did was buy expensive brand-name goods. Does that mean you didn't feel I was worth spending money on?
No, I do think you're wonderful, but well...
Her actions over the past year are proof of her true feelings, even as she tries to make excuses.
I heard what you said earlier. To change your attitude so suddenly just because he had a hit is beyond shallow. Seeing you two interact has finally opened my eyes. We're done.
No! This is just because they tricked me.
What a person values most will inevitably show in their actions, I suppose. She chased after the furious Mobukawa, but it's unlikely she'll ever win back his affection.
Hey, wait! Please listen to me!
But now that he knows Rio has no real feelings for him, her words won't reach him. In the end, he shouted, "Stay away from me!" and Rio was left standing there frozen.
Well, what's his problem? After he told me he liked me so much. I don't care anymore!
Hearing a sudden sound, I instinctively looked around. There was a smartphone pointed at Rio. The person holding it was one of her colleagues.
What are you guys doing? What do you mean? We're just trying to let our boss know what you've been up to while skipping the meeting.
That's right. Rio was in the free space, not because she was on break. She thought the meeting was a pain, so she lied to her boss about feeling unwell to skip it, and came to this free space to slack off.
The meeting just ended, so we came for a break. And it looks like you're having a lot of fun. You said you were sick, but you seem pretty energetic. So you faked being sick to skip work, while we were working hard discussing how to make a hit game. thinking this for a while, but you have the worst personality. You've been secretly pushing your work onto the new girl, haven't you? She's too timid to say no, so she's been bottling it up and crying by herself. You're away from your desk all the time. You never check your emails or chats, and we have to work overtime to cover for you. You flirt with the guys to get them to spoil you, and you exploit the women. No wonder Momokawa dumped you. Even when we told our boss, you always managed to talk your way out of it, Rio. So we were always thinking about how we could show our boss what a terrible person you are.
Rio had skillfully exploited her female colleagues, continuously pushing her tedious work onto them. She might have gotten away with it in the moment, but their dissatisfaction had been steadily building up.
But we just got the perfect evidence. With a video, I'm sure he'll listen to us. Wait, if you do that! Whatever. It's your own fault, isn't it? Ugh. Hopefully this means we'll finally be free from cleaning up your messes. Please listen to me. It's because Momokawa...
Rio desperately tried to stop her colleagues, but none of the women would listen to her anymore. This was surely the price she had to pay for using her female colleagues and dumping her work on them. And so, all of Rio's misdeeds at the company were brought to light, along with solid proof. With concrete evidence of her skipping the meeting presented, the fact that she had been slacking off at work for a long time came to light.
Ugh, this work is never ending! Another late night.
She wasn't a great worker to begin with, so leaving on time was a distant dream. She was swamped with overtime late into the night, and would come to work the next morning still dragging her exhaustion with her. She was living like this every day, and now she didn't even have the time or care for her appearance. Still, she clung to the mid-tier company she had worked so hard to get into, but her poor work performance was never recognized. Meanwhile, the new employees she used to push her work onto were steadily promoted, and in turn, started to boss her around.
Please get this done, Rio. How could this happen?
She somehow managed to do the work she was given, but with no understanding of what makes a game fun, her skills showed no signs of growth. In the end, she was exiled to a small subsidiary in a corner of the office building. Meanwhile, as for me, sales of the game we released had stabilized, and my last day on assignment had arrived. Thanks to you, the company has recovered, and most of all, it was fun. Thank you, Koki.
Yeah, thank you too. Let's make a game together again if we get the chance.
This title is small scale, but if we continue with updates and work on a sequel, the operation should be stable for a while. With this majorly successful assignment, my own promotion doesn't seem like just a dream.
Koki! You're leaving already?
Well, yeah, but it's okay. We're in the same building. We can see each other soon. We're in the same group of companies, so our chat will stay connected.
But that's not enough. I'll be lonely. Am I too young and gloomy to be by your side in your private life? Am I not good enough?
I think I've told you I like you quite a few times already.
Huh? But I thought you were talking about my illustrations.
Well, it's true, I might not have specified what I like. But do you really think I only meant your illustrations? Of course, it's true that I love the illustrations you draw. But more than that, the one who struggles but keeps trying, who draws with such passion, I like you more than anyone else.
Thank you. I love you too, Koki, for always pushing me forward.
I pulled her smiling face close, holding her tightly in my arms. I don't spend a single yen on things that are a waste. My time and money are only for things that have value. That's why all I need is an environment where I can be involved in game development, my precious, heavily invested in save data, and my time with her.
Brittany here. As an actress in a field that is very hard to get into and actually like get work and stuff, I can definitely relate. And the lady, the antagonist in this story kind of pisses me off because there's tons and tons of creative and really, really brilliant illustrators, artists, game developers out there that would kill to be in her position, in her job. And so it's just like, she shouldn't even have that job anymore. Those jobs should go to people who are passionate about what they do. And in this case, games, or in my case, acting and whatnot. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!